What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 42, season 4 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me as always is Jmack Gaming.
Hello, Chad. Welcome to Bad Blood Justin's version. We're here live in Pittsburgh. I think it's the Peterson Event Center. Yep, that is correct. A whopping did not realize Pittsburgh's only event center arena only can hold 12,000 people. Oh well, Chad, we're here. Bad Blood 2002. What do you think, Chad? What do you think about Bad Blood?
I mean, listen, I'm excited for this pay-per-view. Like I said in the build-up, Jeff Jarrett versus the final boss himself, for the world title. I hope guitars get crushed.
I hope you get crushed, Chad. Let's
Masawa, Jarrett. I mean,
let's go.
The card. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go over last year's Bad Blood, Chad. We can even go over 1999's Bad Blood, where Eddie beat Owen for the World Heavyweight Championship, and DX took on Kane and Taker.
Doesn't work here anymore.
Booker T beat Bitch Bigelow, and The Rock defeated Stasiak to open the show. 2000, Paul White defeated Triple H to retain the belt. Kishi defeated Joy Matthews, and Randy Savage beat Ric Flair. Who is the Atomic Pair? Oh, Eddie and Santo. Oh,
who are the Atomic Pair?
Oh,
Justin, I think we're the Atomic Pair.
Rat Boys defeated Shawn and Danielson to win the belts for the first time.
Hell yeah, we did. That was the good old days.
And last year, Chad, we saw a pre-show. We saw Rhino defeat Travis Tomko to open the show. What's ever happened to Travis Tomko? We saw Chris Daniels defeat Trent Acid to retain the Light Heavyweight Championship. Silence and Kane defeated Megan Barbarian. We saw Renee Dupree defeat Heavy Metal to win the international title, the first time that came out. Eddie and Latin Lover defeated Clyde Flanders and Ric Flair to retain the SmackDown tag title.
Damn,
Clyde Flanders. What a guy.
What a guy.
Man, he was world championship material over here. And he just had to go fuck up, didn't he?
I mean, he's world champion material over here. He fought for the world title on Starrcade in his first Starrcade. Like, yeah,
he did.
Kid's got it.
He's not doing much now, but yeah.
Now he's in a dominant stable.
We'll see after Fall Brawl if they're dominant. Even though they don't wrestle at Fall Brawl, do they?
They do not.
John Cena defeated Booker T to win the U.S. belt. Stone Cold beat Paul White in a backstage brawl. What a match that was. And Chad, do you remember the main event?
Do I remember the main event?
Yeah, a Bad Blood 2001.
No.
It was Scott Steiner taking on Psychosis in a cage match.
My heart.
That's why it was called Bad Blood, because you had some bad blood out for me.
Man, that was such a painful day. And then I said, man, Scott Steiner, even in Justin's company, still has Psychosis's number.
Let's start the show there. You can see the matches booked for tonight, but let's get into it. Yeah, well, maybe one of them that you saw on the left wasn't actually booked until right here, where Rhino calls out the Faces of Fear and ECMO. He said he could beat all of them one-on-one. Hell, he could beat all of them 3-on-1. He'll show tonight that he is the man-beast Rhino. We got The Undertaker confronts Kane backstage in the pre-show, Chad. He's like, what the hell, Kane? What the hell was that about? You couldn't just give respect to C.W. Anderson. He beat you. And then Kane doesn't like that and chokeslams The Undertaker, Chad.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, right on the pre-show. Well, because why not? There's some bad blood there, Chad. There is some bad blood.
And baby, we got bad blood.
And then our pre-show co-main event, actually. Rolling Hard and Air Paris taking on London and Kendrick, taking on Supernova of BJ Whitmer and Nova. And it got a 69, brother. London and Kendrick get it done, defeating Rolling Hard and Air Paris in 14:34. BJ Whitmer, weak link, but got a 51.
Hell yeah.
Everyone in this match is pretty over, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of thinking of bringing up Rolling Hard and Air Paris as well right now.
I would.
Yeah. I don't know. Bringing him up would open some doors in TNA, so might as well. We move on. Our pre-show main event. The Better Sting takes on Johnny Storm. And Johnny Storm defeating the Better Sting in 10-10 with a pinfall. Not even a finish. Doesn't even hit a finish, Chad. Doesn't even hit his big move.
He didn't even hit his, what's his big move?
Oh, the Storms of Justice.
Oh, nice.
But we get the pre-show hype for the show, headlined by our two main events, Masala and Jeff Jarrett for the WWE Championship. And Latin Lover goes one-on-one with Chavo Guerrero Jr. in an Extreme Rules, no holds brawl, falls count anywhere, no rules attached, no strings attached main event match for the U.S. belt.
Wow, then you just inadvertently just busted bars, Justin.
No strings attached, Chad.
You put that behind a mix, behind some beats? Oh, man.
But call me, I'm going to sign with Double J Records after this.
I think you should.
I got to make sure that I'm recording.
Oh, man.
I am.
I hope you are.
I am.
Oh, good. I thought I'd have been so sad if we lost that. Because you could never do that again.
Oh, wow. Thanks for the confidence boost, Chad.
I don't think anybody could. Like, that was off the dome. It wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, you're right. We move on. Our opening match, Chad. Oh, God. I got to get your predictions. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I have no idea where that is anymore.
Oh, no, rip.
Oh.
Had a good run. Predictions.
Oh. Where the fuck would that be? I'm looking at, 2005 booking. Oh, wow, I'm looking at Bad Blood 1999 books on the sheet right now. That's how far back my booking book goes. I'm looking at the TV and then leading into that. That's crazy. I love this. I love this book, how it's not died since then. Oh, do I really not have that? Did I put it somewhere else? I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I'd be really disappointed. Yeah. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, cool. Thank God.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. So it was on the cover of the notebook I had, and the notebook ripped off, so I saved I saved it. So we're in September, right? Yes. You right now are 29-21 going into this pay-per-view.
Nice. I'm keeping it over 500.
You are, Chad. But we got a big match right here to open the show.
Gotta put my Justin booking cap on.
Too Cold Scorpio against Nunzio, Chad. Nunzio having some anger over Too Cold Scorpio after Too Cold Scorpio beat him down after a match a couple weeks ago. In that beatdown, it reunited Too Cold Scorpio with Kid Cash, reforming the Funk Boys. Can Nunzio get the job done? Or can the Funk Boys, showcase why they're the Funk Boys and cheat their way to a victory? Who you got, Chad? Nunzio or Too Cold Scorpio?
I'm gonna keep it funky, and I'm gonna pick Too Cold Scorpio.
Chad is going to keep it funky, and that's a smart decision. As Too Cold Scorpio gets the job done in an 80 overall match. We're starting hot and heavy here. Get some of the tumbleweed, Chad.
Hell yeah!
Two former WCW guys.
WCW guys.
Well, to be fair, Too Cold didn't do anything over there. He broke his leg, and that was basically it for the kid.
Yeah. Hey, unfortunate injuries kept Too Cold Scorpio from
Nunzio was a piece, but unfortunate that he left.
He was unfortunate that he left. He got away. He was right in the middle. They were literally gonna win tag titles, guys. I'm not kidding. I had so many cool things planned. It was gonna be the FBI with the Godfather. It was gonna be a big Italian boss, and then he left.
We move on, and we got some people arriving to the ring, the arena. Double J Records are here, and yes, that's John Berger and Lance Cade, members of
the whole band's here.
Dustin Rhodes was supposed to be here, but his flight got delayed, unfortunately, to Pittsburgh from Mexico City, so he's not here. He's here in spirit, and yes, that's what he was flying as well, Spirit. That's why he's not here. They're here, Chad. They're coming in. Title bounds playing in the stereo system as they come in. Title bound. That's my favorite. I love that.
Yeah, that's good. That should be Jeff Jarrett's new entrance music.
It is.
Oh, hell yeah. I love that.
All right, Chad. It's time. Women's Invitational Final. Lita, Tori Wilson. Both of these girls went 8-1 in their Invitational. Lita only losing to Jackie Gata. Tori only losing to Lita. Who do you got in this one, Chad?
Oh, man. Well, this is random, so this is just literally just by luck. You know, she's been on an absolute run, and she's so bad. And I'm going to hope the train wreck continues. I'm picking Tori Wilson.
I will puke if Tori Wilson wins this. Oh, Lita gets it done. And then horrible. This one, fuck off. Lita gets it done. Get the hell out of here, Tori. Did you pick Tori or did you pick Lita?
I picked Tori.
Okay. Yeah, it was a terrible match. Tori Wilson can't really go. She's just there to show off her boombas and bumbas. And Lita, an actual in-ring performer, gets the job done. She got a 60. And she's now the women's champion.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully she can bring the women's championship into a mainstay in WWE instead of, boombas and butts like Tori Wilson would have been. I think she's the 4th champion now, Lita is. Was Mickey Tosh, was it Mickey Takako China Lita?
Yeah.
All right. Chad, you're 1-1 now, Chad. You're 1-1.
I'm 1-1. That's okay. This was the random one. We couldn't predict this one, right? It was going to be random.
Ric Flair's backstage with Kevin Kelly, Chad, and he says that he's back. His knees feel great, and doctors cleared him. He's back and he's ready. He's cleared for in-ring action starting next week. Ric Flair is back, baby.
Hell yeah, that's good. Listen, anytime Ric Flair is on my as a wrestling fan on my television screen, I'm a happy camper.
What's he gonna do? I don't know, but he's back next week, Chad. We'll have to find out what's in store for Rick the Nature Boy Flair later on. Woo! All right, we got the open challenge tonight, and some people thought it was gonna be a 3-on-3, but Rene Dupree says this is a 1-on-1 open challenge. I'll just spoil who's going to come out. Yeah, Rene Dupree versus John Cena here. And John Cena gets it done. 81 is interesting.
And 81 is interesting.
Wow. John's really... That Stevie Richards match really fucked John a lot. And Rene only getting a 68 is kind of crazy, too. He was a consistent 75 in ring. But doesn't matter. John Cena gets it done 14:35 with a spin-up powerbomb. How do you feel about that, Chad?
I mean, listen, gets John Cena another win to pick up some momentum. Rene Dupree gets to be on the card. I'm a happy guy still. We're rocking.
All right, Chad, we had this match introduced earlier on the pre-show. It's going to be Rhino against Ekmu Fatu in the Faces of Fear, a 3-on-1 match. Who do you got?
Oh, man. A 3-on-1?
Yeah, 3-on-1.
Oh, that's sick. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to say the three of them destroy Rhino.
Well, Rhino defeats the bloodline.
That's so funny.
Of Ekmo Fatu, Meng, and the Barbarian in 7:31 when Rhino pins Ekmo Fatu with a pile driver.
Oh, man.
Rhino celebrates in the ring, and then the bloodline music hits again, and out comes the leader of the bloodline. It's Big Quiche.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge Quiche.
Quiche comes out and just pile drives Rhino. Big Quiche. Former WWE champion.
Yeah. Acknowledge me.
The first ever man to pin Brock Lesnar, Chad. Big Quiche.
Wild. I love that. No, I absolutely love that. I acknowledge you, King Quiche.
Throw it up.
I acknowledge
Throw it
you.
up. Throw it up, Chad.
Throw up those ones.
All right, we move on. Our light heavyweight championship on the line here. It's Shannon Moore against former AAA world champion Super Callow. What do you got, Chad?
Man, this This one is tricky. Let's see. Let me put my thinking cap on. I am going to say you give it to Super Callow.
You're in a rough state of mind. Bad match. 74. Super Callow wins. Or no, he doesn't. Shannon Moore does. He hits the Morgasm. This match was poorly placed. Oh yeah, because I had fucking Rhino go right before. Duh.
I definitely thought you were gonna put the belt on Super Callow.
No, Shannon Moore's the man, Chad. I
don't hate it.
He uses his dastardly tactics in this match to get the job done. Super Callow gave it a good run though.
He did.
Lack of
good run. Nothing to sneeze at.
No, not at all, Chad. He's gassed, but he gets the job done. Good for Shannon Moore. We move on. The final bosses have arrived here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Kojima and Hashimoto defend their tag team titles against Harlem Heat later tonight. And in our main event, Masawa defends the WWE Championship against Double J, Jeff Jarrett. 2 big-time matches right there. But first, we have another big-time match. We saw a couple weeks ago Don Fry almost kill Cactus Jack. He left him in a pool of his own blood. The next week we saw Arn Anderson be the representative of the knockout artist Don Fry. Cactus Jack in the go home last week we saw call out Don Fry to a street fight. He said, "You didn't kill me." Bang, bang. Chad, it's Don Fry. It's Cactus Jack. Who do you got?
Man, I'm gonna say the push of Don Fry is continuing. I'm gonna say Don Fry.
Well, Chad, these guys just continue where they left off a couple weeks ago. Absolute beat the piss out of each other all across Pittsburgh. It's a street fight. They fight in the streets, Chad. Come on. We have a spot where they enter the hockey locker room. I don't know why the Pittsburgh Arena's not in this. That's fucking crazy. Maybe did they play at the Peterson Event Center in 2002? I gotta Google this for my own spot's sake. Penguins Arena 2002. Sorry, guys. They played at the Civic Center or the Mellon Arena. That's what I thought. No, not Martin Straka, the Mellon Arena. Wow, yeah, that's not in the game. Well, pretend they actually went to the Mellon Arena, Chad. And they go in the locker room, and Cactus Jack grabs Mario Lemieux's jersey and chokes out Don Fry with it.
Hell yeah.
Don Fry being choked out, he sees his life flashing before his eyes, grabs fucking Yalmer Yager's hockey stick, and hits Cactus Jack in the head with it, Chad. And they're going all across the arena. They end up at Heinz Field in the football arena. They're just throwing each other down the stairs of the stands. It's unbelievable. But this match in the middle, right on the Steelers logo, Chad. Right on the Steelers logo. And this is some historical facts right here, Chad, that you're going to understand right now. The red star in the Steelers logo was actually made when Cactus Jack bled his whole body onto it. That's the red star of the Steelers logo. Because Don Fry got on top of him and ground and literally pounded Cactus Jack's head into the ground. And the referee had no idea, no other option but to stop the match because once again, Cactus Jack is laying in a pool of blood here in the middle of Heinz Field, right on the Steelers logo. Don Fry gets the job done.
Hell yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hell yeah.
Unbelievable. Who would have known? Who would have thought that the Steelers red in that logo? Right?
Who could have known?
Who would have known that this right here, right? This right here. That's Cactus Jack's blood.
That's some bad blood.
Bad blood. Justin's version. What a match, though. Don Fry wins in 2007 when Cactus Jack can't continue. How do you feel about that one, Chad?
It's very obvious that Cactus Jack's bloodied face, disgusting mess is going to be the poster for next year's Bad Blood. And so for that, we're excited. Excellent job. The Fry The Fry ride continues.
All right, we move on. We got a tag team match. I forgot to book the entrance for this match, so we're just going straight into it. It's the final bosses of Shinya Hashimoto and Satoshi Kojima taking on Stevie Ray and Booker T. This match got set up after Booker T and Stevie Ray, they got back together last month, and earlier this month said they were the greatest tag team in all of professional wrestling, which kind of pissed off Cornette, Kojima, and Hashimoto. And now that leads to this match. Who is the greatest tag team of all time? Is it Harlem Heat, or is it the Final Bosses? Chad, SmackDown Tag Team Champions on the line. Who do you got?
Oh, the Final Bosses.
Why?
They're dominant. They're dominant, and they have to stay dominant.
And Chad is correct. They defeat the Harlem Heat boys in 14:38 when Hashimoto pins Stevie Ray with the Brainbuster, making defense number 4 of those said tag team titles. Stevie Ray is dog shit, and he only got a 47. And was this Stevie Ray's last run? Possibly, because you can see Booker T and Stevie they're crying in the middle of the ring. Probably this is Stevie Ray's last run ever. And it was a good send-off, Chad. It's like when your favorite NBA player is about to retire in his last game, and he goes and the coach pulls him off in the first quarter, and everyone gives him a standing ovation. That's what happens with Stevie Ray tonight. I think people know that this was probably it for him, as he was really struggling in this match.
Hell yeah, good for Stevie Ray.
So we pour one out pour one out for Stevie. Pour one out for Stevie. Chad, pour one out.
I'm pouring it out.
Thank you. All right, Chad. Co-main event. Here we go. Here we go. It's Latin Lover and Chavo Guerrero, Chad. What a match this is going to be. Who do you got?
I got Chavo Guerrero.
Oh, my God. Chavo Guerrero, Chad has. Well, let's read the script of what I have written down, Chad. Let's read it. All right?
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's read it.
All right. What do we got? All right. We start off with the entrance. Latin Lover comes out first, Chad. Latin Lover comes out. The atmosphere inside this arena here at the Peterson Event Center is charged with anticipation for this match because Latin Lover comes out. He got a special entrance. He's coming out with his entourage of scantily clad women. He struts confidently down to the ring, Chad. He's getting booed the fuck up. People are throwing. That's why he comes out first. Because all this shit being thrown at him, it gives time for the backstage crew to get it cleaned up before the match. All right? And you know, he's excluding an air of superiority, flaunting his charm to his fans who boo him. His fans, get it? And then out comes Chavo Guerrero coming out to Eddie Guerrero's music. He's representing the Guerrero family legacy. The pop Chavo gets is unreal. It's an overwhelming ovation. And he comes out. He's laser focused, eyes locked on Latin Lover. And the bell rings, Chad. Here we go. The bell rings. Latin Lover. He tries to use his charisma and his seductive tactics to sway Chavo Guerrero. He's the self-proclaimed sexiest man, Chad.
I mean, listen, it's worked on many people before.
But not Chavo.
You might as well give it a shot.
But not Chavo, because he's fueled by a burning desire for justice and his family name. He remains focused. The match quickly spills out of the ring with both competitors utilizing their surroundings to their advantage. Latin Lover, though, he relies on his shitty little underhanded tactics. He seizes any opportunity to gain an edge. He uses steel chairs, hits Chavo. He grabs a kendo stick. And he grabs a garbage can and all these weapons to assault Chavo Guerrero. He's attempting to weaken him. But however, Chavo, he's not going down this easy. His spirit fuels his resilience, and he fights back with a combination of technical prowess and high-flying maneuvers. He jumps off he runs across the barricade over the announcer table and hits a huge hurricanrana, Chad, on Latin Lover. Now, and then Chavo throws Latin Lover into the crowd. These guys are going in the crowd, Chad. They're leaving a trail of chaos in their wake. They're exchanging thunderous strike suplexes and high-risk aerial maneuvers in the crowd. It's unbelievable. They finally get back into the ring, and in a huge moment, the moment that's changed the momentum in this match, Latin Lover hits a low blow on Chavo Guerrero. What a piece of shit. They in the crowd, they're booing so loud that I can't hear me talk about this match. And Latin Lover seizes the opportunity to execute his big La Casita, which he has now moved. He's now changed the name, Chad. He's now changed the name of his finishing move to the Seductive Slam.
Oh, the Seductive Slam.
He goes for the cover. The referee counts 1, 2, 3, kick out. Chavo refuses to stay down, and enraged by Chavo's resilience, Latin Lover grows desperate. He searches for a foreign object. He goes under the ring looking for one to deliver the decisive blow. But just as he retrieves it, Chavo summons his inner strength and counters through the middle rope with a huge super kick, drop kick, sending the foreign object flying on a Latin Lover's hands. And now with the crowd on their feet, Latin Lover back in the ring, Chavo taps into the legendary Guerrero legacy. He executes a perfect series of Guerrero-inspired maneuvers, showcasing his technical prowess, and finishes with that huge, gory bomb. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. Oh, big kick out from Latin Lover, and he just can't believe it, Chad. He just can't believe it. He picks him up one more time to hit another gory bomb. But first, he hits the Three Amigos. He gets the Three Amigos a la Eddie Guerrero. And he's going to hit the gory bomb again. But Latin Lover falls to a knee and fucking low blows him again. And the boos. I think this arena's going to burn down at this point. And Latin Lover, using the low blow to his advantage, hits the Seductive Slam once again. 1, 2, 3. And Latin Lover gets the job done. In 24, 21.
Damn.
What a match, Jen. What a match.
What a ride.
What a ride. What a ride. Latin Lover. Huge match there. 99.
Absolutely huge.
All right. Well, I think you're 3-4 here going into the main event, Chad.
All we can do is hope to tie it up.
Yeah, boos rain down on Latin Lover once again. And now we have our main event here, Chad. It's Masawa and Jeff Jarrett, Chad. Who do you got?
Oh, I am going to go with Masawa.
You're going to go with Masawa. After all this shit, Chad? After all of it?
After all of that, I'm going to stick with Masawa.
Oh, man. And you're right. Masawa will get it done in 23-10. Hitting Jeff Jarrett with the Tiger Driver. A lot of this match, back and forth. These guys are just hitting the fuck out of each other. Masawa, historically one of the best wrestlers of all time. Jeff Jarrett, a different kind of style, But he keeps up with Masawa here, Chad. He keeps up with him. And he's got the crowd on his side. He's got the Double J records around ringside with him. He's not gonna let them down, Chad. He's not gonna let them down. But Cornette, right? Cornette gets on the apron with his big fucking tennis racket and starts yelling. And Jeff Jarrett's about to go punch him. But then the Double J records, they assault Jim Cornette, Chad. John Berger hits the Burger King on Jeff Jarrett, which is a package pile driver on the outside.
Oh, sweet God.
and Kojima and Hashimoto come out, and they all start fighting the Double J records, which just leaves Jeff Jarrett and Masawa in the ring. And Jeff Jarrett was about to hit his big old sweet chin DDT. Masawa reverses it, hits the Tiger Driver, and that's the match right there. 99. Oh, don't look. All right. So you see the main event angle. I'm just going to talk about it right here. Okay, you won't see who's in it. Sorry, I didn't mean to book or hit next segment. So whatever, fuck them. After the match, Cornette, Hashimoto, and Kojima somehow come back out. Cornette's on his last leg right here. He's like, if cats have 9 lives, Cornette has 10. All right, he's on his 10th. He's also a rat. Rat rhymes with cat, 10 lives. Okay, makes sense. They come out and they celebrate with Masawa. And Cornette kind of grabs the microphone and say, I told you, Jeff Jarrett, no one can beat the final bosses of perfect. And then the lights go out, Chad. And then the lights go out. And who's surrounding the 4 guys in the middle of the ring? Huh? Who, Chad? Who?
I don't know.
None other than Stevie Richards, Chris Hero, Mike Sanders, and Chris Harris. The family. The lights come back, and the lights are on. They're surrounding the ring. And they attack the final bosses, and they lay them out. And they kidnap Jim Cornette.
No.
As the final bosses are laid out in the middle of the ring to end the show. See what happened? The lights came on and they were already knocked out, and then they stole Cornette. Like Masawa, Hashimoto, and Kojima were already hurt in the dark, and they left.
I got you.
They left Cornette.
Like the lights come on, they were jumped.
Yeah, and then the lights were down. They got jumped during the blackout, and Cornette was not jumped. And then the lights come back on. Those 3 down. Cornette's like, oh no, and then they kidnap Cornette to end the show.
Hell yeah.
That's bad blood right there, Chen. A 97. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hell yeah. No, it's awesome. Hell yeah.
What does... They stole Cornette, brother.
Yeah, where they take? He's been Cornette napped.
Latin Lover and Chavo was sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's probably the end of that little spat. You can't have a third rematch there. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, what's next for SmackDown here, Chad? Their next pay-per-view is Survivor Series, technically. So
nice.
We'll have to see.
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
Of course, are we going to see a traditional 5-on-5 tag team match?
A Survivor Series is going to change this year for sure.
Ooh, yay.
We'll see you.
No.
Well, but first, we will see you for... What's your match? What's your pay-per-view? Fall Brawl? Fall Brawl.
Fall Brawl, baby. Hey, we are here with Fall Brawl, and what an event, Justin. People say it's the most brawliest event of the fall.
Oh, who's saying that? Who's lying?
Once again, the streets are saying it.
Who are the streets?
That's a good question. Who are the streets?
Oh, events. Okay, fine. Cool. Fall Brawl, Chad. It's a Thunder branded pay-per-view. First time ever for a Thunder pay-per-view to have, or Thunder brand to have their own exclusive pay-per-view. And what do you got in store for us, Chad?
Oh, I mean, we have so much. We have Rock versus Raven for the Universal Championship. We've got Limitless versus the Kidman Council in War Games. We've got Ken Shamrock versus CM Punk. We've got the Masters of Disguise taking on the world's greatest tag team. And Justin, we have even more in store for you today.
Yeah, you do. Let's go over some old Fall Brawls. 1999, we had some like RVD, DDP,
Nice.
Jericho Taz, Psychosis Jericho. Was there a tournament going on, maybe?
There was a tournament.
Ahmed and Chef was the co-main event for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship and the Universal Championship. And Raven and Goldberg main evented that show. 2000, we saw Scott Hall defeating Raven to win the U.S. belt and the global title. Got a 99. No big deal. Hoovy Ray, we saw Shamrock and Kurt Hennig. Dean Malenko and Kip James. We saw a 5-on-5 War Games match, possibly.
It was 5-on-5 War Games, yeah.
Yeah, love War Games.
Also, who could forget the classic that was Minoru Suzuki versus Mick Foley for the ECW Championship?
Of course. We also saw Jericho and Owen to main event the 100 right there. And
yeah, hell yeah.
And then 2001, last year's, we saw Trish defeating Queen Sharma. We saw Taka with another War Games. You just have War Games here every year. Is it Fall Brawl War Games, Trent?
Yeah, it's the tradition.
Big 4-on-4 match last year. Taka, Minoru, Taz, and Douglas defeating Ahmed, Daddy V, D'Lo, and Monty Brown.
We saw Chris Harris defeat Charlie Haas, Mike Sanders, Shelton, Carly, and Chuck Palumbo. Ray defeated Sweet Sensations in a 1-on-2 match by DQ. Bret Hart defeated Mask number 3. Hoovy defeated
Which was Eddie Colon.
Hoovy defeated Jimmy Yang. Owen and Raven defeated Shamrock and Vader in a cage match. We saw Toyota defeat Debbie Malenko. Goldberg defeat Shannon Moore in an awful match. Got a 67. It was only 5 minutes, that's why. Benoit defeating Hogan in our co-main, and Shawn Michaels defeating Sting and RVD in the main event. Masked 1 and 2 were also there. Kip James and BG James. Well, all right, Chad. It's your first ever pay-per-view on ABC as well.
Yeah, so we're making our ABC PPV debut.
Yeah, so hopefully this will save your financial situation.
ABC, they play all the PPVs.
All right, Chad. Hopefully you have the card photographed so you know what to do.
Got all my brain, Justin.
Okay, well, let me know if I need to not hit next segment if you need to describe something before.
Yeah, don't you worry. I'll let you know. All
right, Chad. Tell me about this.
So, yes, we have here a pre-show bout that had subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Kendo Cashin defeated Flash Flanagan in 6:33 with the Jugatami.
Oh, where are we today? We're here at the Bridgestone Arena, Chad.
At the Bridgestone Arena.
Where's that?
You tell me.
I know where it is.
I don't.
Oh, it's your show. Why do you not know where it is?
Where's it at?
Did you not book your arena?
No, I didn't. I forgot.
That's Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
Where the Nashville Predators play, Bridgestone Arena.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now, Chad. You don't know your NHL team arenas? What?
Guess not.
What the hell?
Alrighty, next off, we have another pre-show triple threat match. And in that pre-show bout that had subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Disco Fury defeated Johnny Swinger and Evan Courageous when Disco Fury submitted Johnny Swinger with a Boston Crab. Evan Courageous was head and shoulders better than everyone else, and Johnny Swinger was the weak link.
Yeah, Johnny Swing. I don't feel great. Do I sound stuffed up?
You sound a little congested, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
but only I'm only hearing it now that you pointed it out.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God.
And another pre-show bout. We've got James Storm defeating Bam Bam Bigelow in an 8-second ride.
Why did this match happen, Chen? That doesn't matter.
It's because... And then our pre-show main event, Mr. 5-Star Chris Candido taking on Johnny Devine, taking on Dan Severn. And Mr. 5-Star Chris Candido defeated Johnny Devine and Dan Severn with a blonde bombshell.
Did you make Dave Meltzer his actual manager?
Yeah.
Good for you. Did you?
Oh, we meant to.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh.
But it could help. It could enhance him.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll do that after.
Mr. 5-Star never having a 5-star match, and also wrestles on the pre-show. What a gimmick.
You could have 5-star matches on the pre-show.
He hasn't.
Well, but you could.
You could, for sure.
Alrighty, and we open the show off.
We're starting straight, hot and heavy.
With the Tag Team Championships, the Masters of Disguise taking on the world's greatest tag team. And in a decent match, the world's greatest tag team defeat the Masters of Disguise in 15-17 when Shelton Benjamin pinned Homicide with a magic carpet ride.
Wow. There you go, Chad. World's greatest tag team. No build up to it, Chad.
No, that's what the Thunder paper TV shows leading up to it were for.
No, I meant no build up and hey, this is what's happening.
Yeah,
Justin.
we were running. I usually put the little
you can add more time during the intro,
but yeah, I forgot. I didn't forget. I just didn't think about it.
All right, let's move on.
Perfect. And after that, we have ourselves a world's greatest celebration from Charlie House and Shelton Benjamin. And Justin, coming up next, if memory serves, is the Tough Enough elimination match.
Who's in it?
We've got Nick Dinsmore taking on T.J. Wilson.
And
And that's it.
No Christian York?
No Christian York.
God, you're doing this whole tournament a disgrace.
Who do you got? I love it. It's the Cruiserweight
All right,
Showcase.
I'm taking a picture of this for you.
It's the Cruiserweight Showcase, Justin. I lied. But we have here, we've got 6 of the brightest Cruiserweight stars of the future, and they're showcasing their talents today. And in about that decent wrestling but little heat, Great Sasuke defeated Jimmy Yang, Funaki, Trent Acid, Dragon Kid, and Eddie Cologne. When Great Sasuke, oh no, I didn't want him to take the pin. I forgot to have someone else take it. But oh well. When Great Sasuke pinned Funaki with a Thunder Fire Powerbomb.
You spent like 45 minutes booking this pay-per-view, and you still fucked everything up. All right, let's take a quick. Maybe not everything, but
I definitely forgot to take a picture.
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. It'll be in the Discord chat.
Yep.
Continue.
Cool. So, after that match, you see Six is backstage. Ted DiBiase has the pay-per-view on, and he's in his office, and he is grinning ear to ear. He is having himself a great night. He said, "Oh man, what a great pay-per-view! What a great night!" And then he gets a slam on. But Six just busts through the door. He says, "Ted, why was I not in the Cruiserweight Showcase? I'm a member of this Cruiserweight division. I've been in here longer than any of these people. Give me an opportunity." And Ted DiBiase, he says, "Six, I'll tell you what. Since you have the nerve to just barge into my office, I'll tell you what. Next week, I'll tell you what. I just locked down a big get for the Cruiserweight division. And next week, Six, you're going to go 1-on-1 against him to showcase your own talent."
Did you?
And Six, I did, yeah.
Damn, who is it?
You'll have to
Did
see.
you pull some wool under my eyes?
I may have.
Can't be any of my guys. I would have known.
Yeah, it's none of your guys.
Okay. I would have known, and I would have shut it down. Well, you can't even book them anyway because we ran on the same days. Yeah. Ooh, now I'm intrigued. Who is it? Oh, you brought in Davey Boy, didn't you?
For the Cruiserweight division. We have here the Tough Enough elimination match. Nick Dinsmore versus TJ Wilson. And in a bout that had decent wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, TJ Wilson defeated Nick Dinsmore in 720 with a rolling stampede.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, so Nick Dinsmore eliminated.
Yes, Nick Dinsmore is eliminated. We have 2 contestants left on Thunder,
and
Kevin
4
Steen
on
and
Nitro.
Wilson. Well, don't you worry. I'm sure we'll be having some elimination legs coming up here soon.
Well, make sure you book them correctly so people don't accidentally get eliminated.
True. But Justin, after that, we've got the tag team showcase. Just like the Cruiserweight division, we have the tag team showcase here to showcase some of our up-and-coming future tag teams. And in a bout that had decent wrestling but little heat, the Quick City Kingpins defeated A-Train and Champagne, the Pain Train, Truther Chairs, and Kenny Omega and Carly Colon in 1940 and 14 minutes and 59 seconds. And they won.
What happened to Fergal Devitt?
He needed more time in developmental.
And Carly Colon's 48 didn't?
Now Carly Colon's ready to go.
A-Train's 41 didn't?
Yeah, A-Train's been ready.
I would disagree with both of those statements, but okay.
We are here. Canyon comes down to the ring into a sea of booze, and he says, "Well, once again, I'm clearly overlooked by this company and by all of you fans. So unlike how before I would just sit in the back and deal with it and say, hey, eventually my time's going to come again. All I got to do is be patient and work hard. Screw that. I'm here to take my moment. So I'm telling you what, all right? I don't care who it is. I'm having myself a Canyon call out. Calling out anybody in the back who wants to come have a fight with Canyon tonight."
I am probably up next, yeah?
It is up next. Any predictions, Justin, on who you think it's going to be? And before you hit next segment, I'll explain the end. I'll explain some things.
No idea. I couldn't even muster up a guess of Thunder's roster. Samoa Joe.
You're going with Samoa Joe.
He's on the Thunder roster, right?
No, he is on Nitro.
Oh, that wouldn't make sense then. Give me Shane Douglas.
Justin is going Shane Douglas. That's not a bad guess. As Canyon is waiting in the ring, he's staring down the ramp, and then all of a sudden you hear the music of the newest Thunder signing, a man who was recently fired from Nitro by Billy Kidman. Ted DiBiase hired him tonight. Justin, answering the call out of Canyon, Bubba Ray Dudley. And about to head great wrestling and destruction of the crowd, Bubba Ray Dudley defeated Canyon in 14:55 with a powerbomb.
Well, there goes Canyon's push.
Listen, you just wait and see. There's more coming.
Yeah, but you don't go, I'm ready, I'm fucking want to fight, and then his first match have him lose. That's not how you build how you build momentum here, Chad.
It's all according to plan. Just you wait.
Yeah, him losing, that's the plan.
So, after that match, we see backstage Bobby Roode. He's walking backstage, and all of a sudden, once again, he is attacked by Minoru Suzuki. The vicious assault. This man has had a trying 3 days, and listen, Kidman said finish the job, but as long as Rude's walking, the job's not finished. So Minoru Suzuki, once again, he takes him backstage, he takes Bobby Roode's head, and he slams it into the brick wall, and as it bounces off, Suzuki picks him up and throws him on top of he just throws him through the door that leads outside, where Billy Kidman is standing there with a motorcycle, and as Suzuki throws him out, Kidman slams into him with a motorcycle.
They just killed him? They just killed him.
He's not walking. And then Suzuki and Kidman look at each other, and Suzuki says, "It's finished."
What is this, going to be a 5-on-4 match now?
We'll have to see, Justin. Coming up next, I believe it is.
I sent you the picture. Do not say I believe.
Did? Oh yeah. Oh, you did send me a picture. I forgot you did that. Give me 1 second.
Oh, this guy.
We've got coming up next, Justin. We got Shane Helms versus Steven Regal.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
That is correct. You're right.
And Shane Helms defeats Steven Regal in 15-12 with a vertebreaker.
I'm glad we got the rematch to see the same result. Well, that's not entirely true.
Exactly. Shane Helms had something to prove.
Yeah, he did. What did he have to prove?
Well, listen,
it wasn't
Steven
a fluke. How'd this match?
It wasn't a fluke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Regal almost win?
Regal almost, yes. Oh, of course Regal almost won. Regal's awesome. Regal actually was Regal was able to work, firmly. Basically, Regal attacked. He did the classic attack a body part. He said Shane Helms is quick and athletic and a better athlete than me, so he kept trying to wear down the legs. And Shane Helms eventually basically was on one leg. But at the end of the day, Shane Helms was able to muscle through
and get the vertebreaker. Damn, good win for Shane Helms.
We immediately go backstage and we see Limitless and Ray's coming inside or coming into the locker room where he sees all of them and he just says, "Guys, Bobby can't go. He's on his way to the hospital." And everybody's worried. They're all pissed off but they're worried about their friend, and it's looking like it's not looking good for Limitless. And while that's happening, AJ says, "Guys, come on, listen. We can't just sit around and have ourselves a little pity party. We need to buck up. I mean, Bobby Roode is being loaded onto in an ambulance right now on his way to the hospital, and we're gonna sit here and just be sad. I'll tell you what, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go down that ring, get into war games, and I'm ready to unleash a can of whoop ass on the council. And I'm ready to do it for Bobby. Listen, I don't care if it's 4-on-5. I don't care if it's 4-on-10. All right? We can do it because we are limitless. And that quite literally means that it's the possibilities. They have no limits. We can do anything. Now, damn it, I see there are 3 former world champions in this group. We can do it. Super Crazy kind of just like gives a little side eye after that. Like, and
Poor Super
and
Crazy.
he's and Ray's like, "You're right. We got this." And then all of a sudden, there's a knock on the door.
Who knocked on the door?
And right as that door opens and you're about to see, we go to the next segment.
Oh. Don't do it, Chad. I don't know how you would.
Coming up next, we've got the television championship match. And in about that had great wrestling and good heat. CM Punk defeated Ken Shamrock in 14:36 with an arm triangle choke. And CM Punk makes defense number 10 of the TV championship.
Decent little match right there. Poor little Ken Shamrock.
Yes. Do not go to the next segment just yet because we are about to start War Games, Justin.
Yes, we are.
Yes. So the Kidman Council, they come out. Billy Kidman, he's literally riding out. He's in jeans and that patented jeans and the white beater shirt that he wears, and he's coming out and he's got the council behind him. Suzuki's following close behind. Suzuki, by the way, covered in Bobby Roode's blood. It's actually really gross. He's doing it he's wearing war paint. It's disgusting, but he looks intimidating as hell. We see the cruiserweight champion Matt Hardy walking out with some newfound swagger. We see Suzuki's right hand and best friend Taka Michinoku flanking Matt Hardy on his left, also looking really confident. You can see him throwing some little air kicks, warming up for this big match, and then on his way on from the end, Eric Young, he's there too, and he is ready. Of course, Eric Young has been Billy Kidman's one of his go-to little lackeys for a long time now, and he's in a big match tonight. Good opportunity to prove his own stake in this company. They're all in the ring, they're ready to go, and then we see Limitless come out. AJ Styles, Juventud, Super Crazy, and I said AJ, right? Anyway, the four of them, Super Crazy, Hoovy, AJ, and Ray, they're all in the ring, and Kidman's expecting them to come out looking defeated, dumbtrodden, but no, they come out revved up, fired up, and they're even smiling. Rey Mysterio, he has a microphone, and he says, "Kidman, you took out a good friend of mine today. You sent Bobby Roode to the hospital. And so tonight, I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that you took out one of my friends. And that's the difference between you and I, Billy Kidman. You see, I have friends. You have employees, right? And when you have it just employees, people don't stick their necks out for you unless it's convenient for them. But you see, I've got friends. And sometimes when you have friends, they show up and surprise you. And then, Justin,
who comes
we
out?
hear the sound of a WC. We hear the music of somebody we haven't heard in a really long time as the sounds of bagpipes fill the air.
Oh, he's not a cruiserweight.
He's not, but neither was Bobby Roode. As we go to the next segment.
Not entirely true, because he's defined as a cruiserweight right now. Roddy Piper
is here.
Wow.
That's right. And everyone's freaking out. They can't believe that Billy Kidman, he's out. He's like, what? Roddy Piper. Now, this was supposed to be my fuck up. This was my fuck up because it was supposed to be in Portland. And the roof was going to blow up in Portland for Roddy Piper.
Why Portland?
Because isn't Portland like Roddy Piper's hometown or whatever?
No, right?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'll look it up. He's Canadian, first off.
I just know Portland's synonymous with Roddy Piper. They're big on him.
What? He's built from Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah, Portland loves
Oregon.
Yeah, Portland loves. Look it up. There's something. I know I'm not crazy.
Portland. Okay, keep going.
But anyway, so that's it. Roddy Piper's here. He's here to join War Games, and the council have no idea that Roddy Piper, he's a legend. What is he doing here? Why is he here? And the fans are surprised. No one was expecting Roddy Piper to return today, but here he is. And Roddy Piper, he's wearing his kilt. He's wearing his patented little white with a hot rod shirt. He's looking at Limitless, and he just says, "Let's get him!" As they run down to the ramp, down the ramp, and get ready to start War Games. And And in a good match, Rey Mysterio Jr., AJ Styles, Juventud, Super Crazy, and Roddy Piper were able to withstand the odds. First of all, this was an absolute just battle. You can tell it's just so personal, right? As soon as they get in the ring, and first of all, as soon as they all get in the ring, they almost all four, well, the four members besides Roddy Piper beeline Suzuki, and they just start the four of them for a short, quick 20 seconds, just whoop Minoru's ass, as the four of them are just like, fuck you for taking out our friend. But that gets broken up quickly once the rest of the council come in and they're breaking it up. But Roddy Piper is going right at Billy Kidman, just throwing haymakers at Billy Kidman, just getting his ass bullied. Eventually, the council they are eventually able to get the upper hand, and they start putting down some punishment in this match. Dark Shark from outside the ring, he was able to slide in some weapons, so they were able to get weapons up in here, and it's just that was what gave them the edge after the initial intros, because they had the weapons and Limitless didn't. So you figure they got like chairs and kendo sticks and trash cans, like there's weapons all over the place. This picks up a notch after that because the weapons get involved, and eventually just as a quick near fall, as Super Crazy of all people, as it kicks out at 2.5 after a Michinoku driver, was the spark that these people needed. Hey, if the guy who was quote unquote the guy not a world champion, if he's able to kick out of this punishment, fucking we can, right? And there's just that spark. Juventud gets up, just starts jumping Taka Michinoku for almost finishing off his friend. We got AJ and Ray, who both from the top of the middle rope hit a West Coast pop and a phenomenal forearm onto Matt Hardy and Eric Young. They're going back and forth. Roddy Piper has still not let up on Minoru Suzuki, but eventually Roddy Piper gets backed into what he thinks is a turnbuckle corner, and he realizes, no, it's not. It's Minoru Suzuki. And Roddy's looking around. Kidman's on one side. Suzuki's on the other. Kidman grabs a baseball bat. He's laughing. And Roddy Piper's like, fuck it. And he just throws himself at Billy Kidman and then decks him in the mouth, grabs the bat, and then runs at Suzuki with a bat. And Suzuki's not even afraid of it. Suzuki's running in head on, and as Roddy Piper throws the bat, Suzuki grabs it and busts it over his knee. And Roddy Piper, he's revved up. He's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that, but he's not backing down. He's throwing out punches. He's like, let's go, cowboy! He screams it in the arena. No one gets why he yells it, but he's revved up, so he just yells it. And then at that point, the "Let's go, cowboy!" is like the victory screech that Limitless needed for another surge of offense, as they all come flying in, and almost like that WrestleMania spot with or not the Royal Rumble spot with Logan Paul and Seth. That happens from the other four members of both stables from the ropes. They all slam into each other. It's absolutely nuts. Bodies fly everywhere. But at the end of the day, Rey Mysterio hits Billy Kidman with a Mysterio Rana to pick up the win.
What a match. What a match. Shout out Roddy Piper. Yeah, he moved to Portland after he retired. So in this, nice. He wouldn't have been a Portland guy. But
okay, right on.
But yeah, he died. He lived in Portland post-career.
That's okay. Listen, Tennessee loves Roddy Piper too.
Yeah, who doesn't love Roddy Piper? Rest in power.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So after this segment, all of a sudden, Limitless is celebrating with Roddy Piper, and Ted DiBiase's music hits.
Oh, should I hit next segment?
You can hit next segment, yeah. He comes out with a smile on his face, and he says, Billy, listen, I know tonight didn't go as planned. Okay, but listen, you always talk about what's best for the product, right? You said that a lot. Well, I've got great news for you, Kidman. The best news for the product. I just sealed the biggest deal, $1 million deal. Because you see, when we went on and we both bought the majority rights of WCW and we became co-commissioners, I wanted the power. I wanted to make even more money. And I know to make money, you have to You have to spend money, and I invested a lot of money into this company because you promised me I'd make it back double, and in exchange, I could let you have your little fantasy booking show, and you could make yourself a star. Both sides won. It was great, but Billy Kidman, things have not been well recently, and I noticed, Billy, that you indeed were starting to cost me money. And one thing, Billy Kidman, that you should know about the $1 Million Man and in business in general is everybody has a price. And so I was approached with a price to sell your half of the company. And well, let's just say I have some really good lawyers and a great legal team and a hell of a lot of accountants. And when you're over there playing fantasy booking GM mode in some kind of video game, you're not paying attention to the inner workings of your company. Because I have officially bought you out. And who, Billy Kidman, you may ask, is the new co-commissioner? And, well, let's be honest, running a company is a lot for me. I can't keep track of 2 brands, so I've decided I will take care of the Nitro side of things from here. And you, and this person, they can handle the inner workings of Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Thunder general manager, Roddy Piper.
Oh, I was really hoping it was someone else. That's cool.
It's Roddy Piper.
That's cool.
And Billy Kidman is just absolutely floored, and the crowd's reacting. They're shocked. Is the reign of terror from Kidman over?
It has to be. He's not in charge anymore. Technically,
Roddy Piper is.
Yeah. Technically, yeah. All right, main event time now, Chad.
And main event time, Raven versus The Rock for the Universal Championship. Now, this feud has been a war of words and really peaceful weigh-ins. They have a lot of respect for each other, but they both know that both of these men are the top of the mountain as far as wrestling. You know, it's The Rock. You know, he's the people's champ. He's the Brahma Bull. Raven knows that, for the other company, he was one of their top guys, but he was a wrestler of the year. Raven knows this guy is no joke. And The Rock looks across the ring and he sees Raven, and this is actually what was said at the weigh-in. They're showing the video. The Rock says, he looks across at the weigh-in next to him and he sees a man who has made WCW his playground for years. He's been the absolute face of the company. And the nights when this company was at its lowest, Raven was there to pull them up, to be a glimmer of hope, and a company that sometimes doesn't always have a lot of bright spots around it. Rock's words, not mine. I disagree with The Rock, but those are The Rock's words. Half the crowd boos him for that. But anyway, The Rock says, but The Rock realizes that just like the Raven brought his A game, The Rock brought his A+ game. The Rock is going to lay down a can of whoop ass on Raven because he knows he has to. The Rock says at Fall Brawl, I won't be the better man. I'll be the best man. And there's nothing that Raven can do. Raven can bring out every single weapon he wants. He can bring out any trick of the book, but it won't be enough because The Rock, the people's champ, will be successful. And Raven says, Rock, I hope you're right. I hope you prove that you're more than just a catchphrase. And I hope you bring that people's champ to the ring. Because if you don't, then you're going to fall to the Raven effect.
Damn, that was a nice weigh-in.
That was a nice little
Where
weigh-in.
the fuck was that on Thunder?
I just got a sudden spark of creativity. We did it here.
That's what you're missing on those go-homes.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Rock versus Raven. Who do you got, Justin?
Rock.
So you're picking The Rock. Okay. Well, we will have to see. It is a hell of a contest. I don't have quite the script that you wrote for the Chavo match, so bear with me. I was really good, Justin. I know you've been working hard on your writing stuff, and it's showing. You can tell. But anyway, mine's gonna be less good. But anyway, The Rock and Raven, they're showing off. The Rock is doing his punches. Raven's throwing punches of his own. The crowd are going nuts. And some people are torn. The WCW faithful, they're saying, "Let's go Raven!" And then the kind of like the new audience that have been kind of following in the last like year or so that The Rock brought over, the people that he calls that he refers to, they're representing their people's champion. They're saying, "Let's go Rock! Let's go Raven! Let's go Rock!" It's back and forth. People are going nuts. And they're having their flurries of blows. It is a full-out fight. Rock clotheslines Raven over the top rope. Rock is whooping his candy ass all over the arena, but Raven is answering back because while The Rock is the better brawler, Raven is the dirtier fighter. And in a match, and sometimes in a fight, that's all you need, because as The Rock is brawling through all around the ring, there's chaos everywhere. The ref doesn't see a thumb to the eye. Rock, he can't see, and that's when Raven capitalizes. He does a running bulldog at ringside and throws The Rock's head into the ground, and Raven, he rolls into the ring as the ref counts. Raven's clearly not going for a count out here, but he's just recovering. You know, this has been a fight so far. Raven rolls back in outside of the ring, and he grabs Rock and he throws him back into the ring. Raven gets in there and he's setting up for a pile driver, but The Rock is able to counter out, back away, and hit a spine buster. And as Raven's on the ground, that's when The Rock, he looks around, he raises his elbow. The crowd are going nuts. The Rock, he's setting up Raven, people's elbow, and he hits the Raven 1, 2, but the Raven kicks out. Rock he can't believe it. Raven is kicked out of the people's elbow, and The Rock says, "Well, I'll hit it again." So he sets it up and he runs, but this time Raven is able to move out of the way. And when The Rock falls, Raven is able to capitalize. Raven grabs The Rock and he puts him into kind of like an STF out of nowhere. The Rock, he wasn't expecting that. Out of all of the things he was prepared for, he was not prepared for Raven to have a ground submission game. Raven is not known for his submission game, but you can tell Raven's been watching his tape, and Raven's been showing why he's one of the smartest in this business. As he puts in the STF, Rock begins to fade, and the crowd actually starts losing it. Like, they're like, "Oh, The Rock is going to tap." The people start roaring, and there's even a chant, please don't tap, please don't tap, please don't tap. And The Rock channeling another WCW great, a future Hall of Famer, Hulk Hogan, as The Rock begins to hulk up. Some would say he begins to rock up. His fists, they start to shake. He flexes, and he's able to break out of the STF. Raven gets back up, and Raven's looking around, and he spots in the arena, he sees a bunch of people holding up Raven signs. You can tell they're the old school WCW fan, and Raven's revved up too. And as The Rock, he does that patented "bring it on" chant, Raven looks at Rock and says, "It's Brawl, bitch," and he runs at him with a boot and a flurry of punches. Sometimes all you need in a fight's is a puncher's chance, and that's what we have here. As Raven starts throwing his punches, a flurry of blows. Rock starts backing down into the corner. Raven grabs him, throws him into the other turnbuckle, runs, hits a flying drop kick. Once again, a sudden burst of athleticism that The Rock maybe wasn't prepared for. And Rocky falls to the ground. He's in the corner of the turnbuckle. He's sitting there, and Raven, he sets up. He gets up. He starts feeling a little cocky, Justin. He starting to get a little cocky in this match. So he looks and he starts doing a "bring it on" chant of his own. The Rock gets mad. He gets up. He was banking on The Rock in his quick temper, because as The Rock was running to get a clothesline, Raven moves out of the way, kicks him in the gut, is able to then pick him up, pile driver, 1, 2, 2-0, kick out. It was so close to 3. Rock kicks out. The crowd loses their minds. Raven can't believe it. Rock slowly gets back up to his feet. Raven goes for another pile driver. This time, though, The Rock is able to counter out and hit a rock bottom. 1, 2, 3.
The Rock. Wow.
Retains.
Wow, what a match.
He hits him with a rock bottom and then puts him in a submission hold, apparently.
That's on you.
And retains the championship.
Wow, what a match. What a match.
And then after the match, The Rock, the people's champ, he celebrates with the people.
As he should. As he should. A 90. Hell of a show. Hell of a show,
Thank
Chad.
you. Yeah, not too bad. Not thunder proven. Hey, look at what we're capable of.
I don't know what you meant by that was going to be bad. That was perfect. That matched. Going over. That was perfect. I thought both those main events were great. You went over and showed enough detail in both of those. Really painted a picture.
I'm glad. It's so tough because I just feel like there's only so many ways I can describe a wrestling match. So but I think I did an okay job.
Yeah, it's more of showcasing stuff that you can't show in TEW, like mannerisms and shit people do, the little things to show why and what makes Raven like a piece of shit or shit like that,
Right.
Stuff that's not going to be represented in a text-based simulator that just shows results. Our job is to enhance what TEW shows us. And if we just go result by result, then it doesn't build much characters within the matches. And that's where we got to do better.
100% agree, and I think we both stepped it up this month.
I think so too, Chad. And let's just keep that rolling. I know it takes a little bit more, but it also adds.
It's worth the product. Much. It's worth it.
It adds so much to the content that we put out.
What was your favorite part of Fall Brawl, Justin?
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Oh,
I'm joking. Probably the War Games match was pretty sick. My least favorite part was Christian York not getting his redemption. I'm on hashtag. Justice for York. The silence was deafening.
That's fair.
All right, we'll see.
The silence says a lot for all the Christian York fans out there.
Look, they understand. They're right there with me. The people on the streets are asking, "Hey, why is Christian York? Why did he get screwed? Banks ribbed." They said, "Banks ribbed." We'll see you for October 2002, where Halloween Havoc and Judgment Day lay ahead.